Alright, how's it going today, guys? We are here to talk about the electrolyzer. So the electrolyzer is a EU machine, therefore it will take electricity through the bottom. There are 5 flavors of electrolyzer running from LV to IV. The recipe being exactly the same for all 5 of them, except for the cable being different for the tier of the machine, with LV being tin, MV being copper, HV being gold, EV aluminum, and IV being platinum. Now there are 2 1X platinum wires and a machine casing of the flavor that you're making. So galvanized steel will be for LV, titanium for IV, aluminum will be your MV, stainless steel for HV, and chromium for your EV. Very basic recipe for a not so basic machine. It is a basic machine, but it does some absolutely great things. One of them, which is what we're doing in this electrolyzer, is we're breaking down water into hydrogen and oxygen. Oxygen being used for our roasting in the roasting oven video that I just did before this one. You can also use it to process some things down, like coal to carbon, and some of your gems and sand and quartz things to silicon dioxide. It can also be used to break down a lot of your minerals to their elements. Like in this one, your tanzanite dust can be broke down to alumina, silicon dioxide, calcium, water, and oxygen. And that is probably your primary use for it. Another use for it, which is easier if we come down here, is going to be for like this ferric chloride. You can break it down in the electrolyzer as well, but you need to first turn it into molten, and then you can break it down to chlorine and iron. There are some other ones like magnesium chloride here that you can break down in the electrolyzer, but that is going to take 64 EU a tick to do so. Or you can turn them into molten, and then it's only going to take 16 EU a tick. So be careful with some of them. Make sure you're looking at the proper state of the material you're trying to break down. You may need to break it down a little bit, or you may need to change its state to liquid instead of solid for it to even be possible, or it may be cheaper to do it that way. So it's similar to centrifuging alloys back to their base elements in here. When you're breaking a mineral down, it may need to be a fluid for that. Now let's look at the inputs and outputs. As I already said, there is a output only on the bottom for the power. So you will have to have a dynamo, cable, transformer, battery box, something of that underneath it. The item input is through the top automatically, so you can just put a chest on the top, or the front and the back, but there it would have to be piped in or use a hopper. The item output is the left or the right, with the right being the auto, so auto output any items to the right hand side into a chest or a pipe, or the left side, it would need to have a way to pull it out, such as a conveyor module. The fluids go in through the top automatically, or the front and the back, similar to items. So if you need to have items and fluids, you can either put them both in through the top with an extender, or you can put one in through the top and one in through the side. If you're interested in how extenders work, I can put a card up here to the extenders, or you can look at the video we just did discussing the alloy smelter over there where we use an extender, and I'll put a card for that as well if I remember. So the fluids out are left and right, left being your auto, the exact opposite of the items, obviously. And that is your basic electrolyzer. What we use here for our basic setup for an electrolyzer is similar to this. This is a Invar diesel engine with an electric dynamo. We typically, before this, would use 2 steel boilers and burning boxes into a steel turbine and then into the LV dynamo, but we have since upgraded here to using a diesel engine. With this setup, you cannot use an automatic shutoff switch because it can only shut off the thing directly below it, so the diesel engine would still run. We will be doing in our regular playthrough showing how to do this, with where it will turn on and off as there are recipes that need to be ran or not ran. There is also a multi-block version of the electrolyzer. We will show it in its own video, but this is your basic electrolyzer setup. So hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Have a great day.